Okay guys, this is just a quick update with Bitcoin. I'm going to give you some price targets to pay attention to, and I'm going to show you why I think this could be the top of, and again guys, I believe this was nothing more than a short squeeze. This was a bull trap, and I'm going to show you why I believe this is the top and how I was able to find this top right here. Understand that market makers are going to make this as difficult as possible for you to know the direction and where price is, and I just want to show you how using these fib channel charts can actually help find these points. Even when we get this 12-15% pump, you can still find these points where we top out. So if you were to draw a trend line, and just from the top of the wicks, so we'll just go from this wick up here, right, to this wick right down here, and you look at it like this. Okay, well, this was resistance, this was resistance, and we pushed above it, so now this is support. So people are saying, okay, well, we just broke above resistance, so this is bullish to go higher. Is that possible? Of course. I just want to show you that how on my chart it shows me that we're potentially topped out and this was a bull trap. If you watch previous videos, let me get rid of this yellow line. So if you watch previous videos, and for this was February 4th, I'll put a link up to this video now if you want to check it out. But if you watch previous videos, you'll notice that this red line has been up here. I'm going to show you how I found this red line. If you'll notice right here, this was 16 hours ago. I said if we get a daily close above that yellow line, this is somewhat bullish. This yellow line here, and I did say, guys, I said I did not expect us to get above this point. I said if we did, we need to look at some higher targets, but I still believe this is a bull trap, so this is important for you to understand. But I said if we get above, right, so next major upside target to watch is the red line above, next daily candle open at 4 hours. So I was saying this was your target right here, and you'll notice right here it says matching targets on C1 and G1 if you want a chance to short. That's when we make contact with this red line. Again, I'm going to show you how I found this red line. It also matched on the C1, so it was a perfect point to enter a short. And I do believe this could potentially be the top for that bull trap. So let me go to this chart, guys. So you can see this line right here. Notice this line was previously support. It was resistance, resistance, and that's the point we got rejected. So again, the only way you can find that line is parallel to this fib channel chart, which would be this yellow line right here. This line needs to be parallel to this one, and that's how you find key resistance levels that normally you could not find just drawing a trend line. So let me show you how I found this. So just really quick, and normally I don't do this. This is something I show in my tutorials. But I'm going to do a fib channel here. So, and remember guys, this is where I called the top, back at 67,000. And where I told you to short right here at 44,000 by using that line. So that line has been key resistance, key support. Yes, we have pushed above it before, but when we do, it's typically a bull trap, bull trap, bull trap. So let me show you how I found this line. So I'm going to use a fib channel, and just real quick, and what I'm saying is once you know where your key resistance and support levels are, you can you can see through the noise, and you can get an idea where your resistance levels are. So I'm going to do a quick fib channel. I'm going to be right on this line, and notice I'm going to pull this gray line right here up to actually this blue line to where it matches that line there, and notice this red line here. Notice that this line, that's how I found that line. So this was support. Yes, we get wicks below, but notice the meat of the candle is above this point, right? Support. Right here it was resistance. Yes, you got wicks above. Here it was perfect resistance. Again, there's a lot of manipulation. There's a lot of wicks up and down, so it's hard to nail down where your key support and resistance levels are. But when you set these charts up a certain way, you know where they're at. So even if you get a wick above, look where the meat of the candle is, and then look where we topped out right here. So what I'm telling you is when you map out the chart and you know the direction of price, even with a wick, even with this, this bull trap or the short squeeze, we still knew exactly where to put in a short. When price pushed up, this is where you would have shorted. That's why I made that tweet. I said, look, this is a point you short. We had a matching target on the C1 and on the G1. And I do believe that we're topped out there. Is it possible we push higher? Again, I'm not going to say we can't. If we do, I can tell you a key resistance above to watch is 43,451. If we get above this point, guys, we're going to have to flip bullish. It's very odd for me because I'm expecting a lot of downside for the stock market, but hey, the trend is your friend. If it continues up, it continues up. But I just want to make you aware that it is very possible we could be topped out here at 41,893. And your next major support to watch is 38,900. If we hold support here and start pushing back up, guys, we have some much higher targets to go. But just want to make you aware and show you how we're able to find these points too short and points too long. Yes, this was a very weird move. If you if you played these charts, a while back, I told you, I said, well, if we came down, I said, this was your support right here. So you should have been in a long from 36,500. I told you in that video, if we dropped, this was your support. We found support here and pushed up. If you were too short right here, and a lot of people saying they got wrecked, I don't understand how someone can get wrecked. So if this was our resistance, you would short, you would short right here, right? And when price comes down, you set your stop right here. So if price pushes back up, it stops you out, you lose nothing. You're already in profit from this point to this point. So if it pushes up, you get stopped out. If you don't use stop loss, you're setting yourself up to get wrecked. Notice we pushed up, there was no support level I had here. It just, someone decided to buy 20,000 Bitcoin, price pushed up. That's going to happen. And the reason they do that is because that's how exchanges are making money. In the last 24 hours, $270 million. That's how many people got wrecked that were shorting. So, and you understand that the more people that are shorting, if the majority are shorting, exchanges need to send the price up to liquidate those shorts. That's how they make their money. And now everybody's going to start longing because all these YouTubers are getting all bullish and we're going to the moon. They're going to start longing, and then it's just going to turn into a long squeeze and dump. But again, I'm just trying to explain this to you. So again, like I said in the last video, practice some risk management, guys. You would have longed from this point, right, at 36,500. As soon as price pushes up, you set your stop somewhere up here. So if it comes back down, it stops you out. So if it crashed down, you get stopped out, you lose nothing. I don't use leverage. I think leverage is too risky. It's not worth it to me. So I buy spot. I just buy here, stay in, ride it up, take my profit. You get out sometimes early. As far as I'm concerned, I'd expect it to come back down to this point. Never would have expected this, but hey, that's what happens. The most important thing, yeah, sometimes you miss out on winning or making money, but the most important thing is not losing money. So only enter when you know you're at support, right? You push up, set your stop, so you're protected. If you're shorting, get in at a good entry point. Set your stop, so if it pushes back up, you're protected. So if you do miss out on money, hey, that's fine. But again, don't lose money. So let me give you support resistance levels on this chart, guys. So look, you can see currently we're testing this as support. So your support right now on the H1 chart is 41,000. Your next support directly below is 40,643. Your next support level below that is 38,800. Your next support level below that, again, it's been tested back here. It's going to be 36,667-ish. Your next resistance above is right up here at 42,567. I'm going to cover this chart in just a sec. Let me give you the H1 chart, the C1 chart. So notice this right here, and that was that tweet I made, guys. When you have matching, these fib channel charts, the way I set them up, I do have tutorials teaching this method if you want to learn it. You can create it for any asset, but I had a fib channel line here that matched completely with this point. So this chart was charted a completely different way than this chart, and we were able to find matching targets. That's why I say when you find confluence, that's how you know it's a point to short. And that's why I'm saying this could be the top of this bull trap. So let me go back to this chart. Sorry, I didn't plan this out too well, guys. So look, your current resistance right now is 41,612. If we cannot get above that, well, where's your next support? Well, notice right here, we found a slight resistance, right? We finally broke above it, pushed to the next line and stopped. It's not a coincidence, guys. It goes from fib channel line to fib channel line. So your support is 40,330. If that breaks, your next key support level to watch is down here at 38,563. If we push up, next point to possibly get rejected, put in a short, is 43,800. So again, I'm just showing you how to play support and resistance. But you need to understand and don't lose sight of the bigger picture. When I say that I'm expecting Bitcoin to crash, I really believe Bitcoin is going to crash. It doesn't mean today. It doesn't mean tomorrow. We can get pumps along the way. That is what happens, guys. I mean, look at all these pumps. Price comes down. Let me get rid of these squigglies here. You can see what happens, guys. Look, we get a little pump, right? And then it dumps. And then it gets a pump. People get bullish, and then it dumps. And it gets a pump, and then a bigger dump. Oh, this is it. It's different this time. And then we get a larger dump. Oh, we're going back to the moon, and a dump, up, dump, another dump, another dump. So guys, I'm just telling you, just be patient, wait and see what happens. The markets, the volatility in the markets right now are just insane. I think the stock market sits on a cliff's edge, potentially for some downside. So that's why I'm saying I think this is a bull trap. If we get above 42,000, guys, let's look at some higher upside targets. In the meantime, I told everyone to short this point. Hopefully they're in a short. We'll see what happens. If you get above this point, get out of your damn short. Practice some risk management. But you can clearly see, guys, we had a cross. Just ignore the kitties, guys. We had a cross right here, right? It just happened on the monthly. We've gone from blue to red. This was back in 2018. We got a cross. We went from blue to red. Look how much we came down, guys. We came down a total of, what, 60%? I still think that's very possible. We could be coming down at least 60%, bringing us down to possibly the 300 weekly or even possibly the 400 weekly I was talking about in the previous video. So just do not get suckered into bull traps. Wait and see for confirmation. If we get above 42,000, that will be bullish. In the meantime, it looks like, according to my chart, guys, according to this chart right here, this could be the top of this bull trap. We'll just start consolidating down before we have another drop. Guys, that's pretty much it. If you don't access these charts, the website is optimarkcrypto.com. I'll have the link pinned in the first comment in the description. I do have stocks, tutorials teaching my method, and I have, for $49 a month, get access to Bitcoin, altcoins, precious metals, Discord, and Twitter. Guys, that's it. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.